Welcome to another episode of Evening Conversations. I'm Nikki.
And I'm Joy.
All right, and today we have our guest with us in the building today. We have the one and only actor Cameron Cottrell, and we have clap it up for him. And then we also have in the building CEO of Legendary Music and Visuals.
Black
Carlton.
Black on business. That's
Carlton
right.
Williams Sr. in the building. Welcome.
people.
All right, so today's topic is going to be mental health. But we're going to start off and get into some information about Cameron. So, Cam, give us a little information about what you got going on right now.
He said, you can definitely give us information, but I got some questions for you though.
Okay. Well, I'm an actor. I've been doing it for about 4 years. I do modeling too. The projects I got coming up are Ear to Ear. Oh my God, it's just so much.
That's okay.
It Factor. I play a football player in It Factor.
Okay.
Ear to Ear. I play a thug. I was in Price of Love, Ice Vezzo first movie. What's kind of new? I was in First Lady 3, Dennis Reed's movie.
Okay.
I was in He Said, She Said. Just working.
Yeah.
Trying to get it in, you know.
So what made you get into acting? What inspired you? Or you just like it? Was it something that you've been wanting to do for a while, or you just was in the right place, right time, and it happened?
Pretty much something like that, because the guy that got me started, he was my trainer. We was working out.
Okay.
So he gave me the opportunity to be a extra, and I didn't want to do it. I'm like, I never thought about being no actor.
Yeah.
So, I went home, sat on it, thought about it. Like, you never know what doors might open.
Yeah.
So I went ahead and did it. Here I am now.
There you go.
Doing a good job. We really enjoy watching you.
Thank
So
you.
you just named a few things. So what would you say was your hardest role or your hardest character to get into?
Shit, he from the D.
I ain't gonna lie. It is.
Role if you from the D.
I mean,
I
it was tough for
ain't
me for
had
some
one
stuff.
that really. Not yet.
Nothing.
No tough
Not
roles
yet.
Nothing.
Because it's either a street character.
Okay.
And child support, I played the lawyer. I had to play the mediator
Oh,
between mom and
yeah.
dad.
I remember that.
I had the bald
I
head. I ain't had one that really like.
Oh, and the judge was such a dick. I couldn't stand him. Oh, he was such a dick. I'm glad he changed around at the end of the movie. Let me see. What else did I have for you? Oh, okay. And then anybody in the industry that you would like to work with or shadow. Somebody that you feel like you would be able to get, be able to take some good tokens from.
And I put him on my page a while ago too. Samuel Jackson,
Okay.
Denzel
This is the
Washington,
second time we heard Sam.
Yeah.
Michael B. Jordan. Then with the women, I like Felicia Rashad.
Okay. I wasn't expecting that, but she's dope.
I love her.
What's her name that was with Denzel in Fences?
Everybody keeps. So we talked about her the last 3 shows.
How to Get Away
She's
with Murder.
Yeah.
What
I
is
couldn't
her
think of
name?
name.
She's
How do we keep on forgetting
Damn
the name
it!
too?
And I just had to do a what's the name for her?
We just said, and Vito had to help us last time. with
Man,
it.
now I gotta look it up again because
Oh
I
my
just
God.
and
I like
her name
Regina
is
Hall,
so
too.
simple.
Regina Hall.
Yeah. The one that
really
did. I think
good.
that's the right. It's two Reginas. The one.
Regina, you talking about? It was Regina Hall was
And
the one
Regina
that was
King.
in. She the crazy one. Then Regina King was in like Boys in the Hood back in the day.
Yeah, Regina King.
Okay.
She did the
Yeah.
voices of Boondocks.
Regina King.
Yeah. I know
Old
that
school
she's been
227.
doing it.
Yeah, Regina
Yeah,
King.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's on the
I'm
tip
looking
of
up
my
up
tongue.
her name because it's about to drive me crazy.
Is it start with a V?
Viola Davis.
Yeah, that's what
Davis.
it
I
is.
knew it
That's
started
what
with
it
a V.
is.
I
I'm
just
like,
couldn't get it out. Viola
I just
Davis.
wanted to see if
Viola
y'all figured it out.
I'm looking it up.
Viola
Shoot,
Davis.
I'm
Is
looking
her
it up.
name.
Like, wait a
I'm
minute.
like, how you black and you don't know Viola?
Here's the thing though, honestly, I have not watched the movie Fences. I seen a snippet of it for an interview. I seen a snippet of it, but I actually had to do do a scene for that. You know how like everybody does that real stuff. So yeah.
That was a good one.
Yeah. It looked like it was deep. I might go ahead and watch it.
What?
Fences.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
It was.
Yeah. I didn't see it yet. All right. So let's get into
I'm a mom. So, do you have any kids, Karen?
Hey, I got 2 boys,
okay.
12 and 8.
Oh,
That's
wow.
that's
The
it.
fathers.
That's
Good
it.
fathers.
Happy early Father's Day to you
Thank
guys.
you. Thank you.
Since we won't be on air on Sunday, happy early Father's Day.
Now, I have the kids gotten into the in the entertainment business at all?
My oldest one, he did some modeling and he did some acting, so he like it, but he He don't really care for it like that.
Okay.
He want to be an architect, so
Oh,
I'm
that's
gonna push
dope.
him. 12.
12.
Yeah.
Still
He gonna
young.
change
Yeah.
a few times.
He's got a lot of things.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And he's starting his own clothing brand too. So.
That's dope.
Okay.
That's
Yeah.
dope. That's dope.
Oh, and the other film I just started into is Street Code.
Street
Street
Code.
Code.
Okay, I think
yeah.
I remember seeing the
Black
auditions come up for that one.
Enterprise,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. I remember that.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. What was I going through? Okay. So since we got both of y'all here, how did the collaboration happen with you two?
Through my cousin. Actually, my cousin knows Cam, worked with Cam,
Awesome.
and he thought he'd be a good fit for the brand. You know, all of the different things that he's into, acting.
Yeah.
So it was just a natural vibe. He came over, we sat down and met, had a conversation, and it's just natural vibes. And everything that I do is organic. It has to have an organic feel to it.
Got it. So that's what we're going to jump right into. Carlton of Legendary Music and Visuals. We're going to get right into the interview and ask some questions for him.
Yeah.
Because yes, for those who don't know, they have a collaboration together.
Yeah.
And Carlton has some really dope headphones out.
Yeah.
And the name of them are
The LMV 998s,
998s.
So
available on Amazon, Shopify.
that's dope. Shopify's new though, right? Because it was on Amazon originally. So yeah. So now you can get it in two places. You can hit them up, or you can go on Amazon, or you can go on Shopify.
Hit Cam,
Girl, hit me up,
Cam
too.
Yeah.
Yep, definitely.
Yeah,
See the workout Cam, definitely.
He's brand ambassador, so yeah.
Definitely brand ambassador, workout videos. You get it in.
Yeah.
Definitely get it
Oh,
in.
and I'm gonna have him in the movie too. The It Factor. I play the football player, so I'm gonna have
dope.
the football player.
bro.
Matter of fact, I'm gonna have the director buy some and give it to the players on the when working out on the
Yeah.
field,
Yeah,
like
that
real
makes
life.
Love
Yeah.
that.
That's dope.
That
I
is
love
a
it.
great
I love
idea.
it. Yeah.
I really like that.
That's dope.
Okay,
So
so then let's talk about it.
So you could have done, because you CEO of basically a record label, and then a few other things you got going on. So you could have did beats. You could have did, I don't know, producing, all that stuff, whatever. What made you do headphones?
Music has always been a passion of mine. Sound has always been a passion of mine. At an early age, making my own speakers. A lot of people may remember a store called Radio Shack back in the day.
Ah, yeah. My
You can go in there and
ex-boyfriend
buy all
was
your components and whatnot. So that's what I did as a kid. We went to garage sales, and I just pieced things together. I was always a tinkerer, just always tinkering with everything, and it used to drive my mom crazy. But it worked out. And then as I got older, I got more into stereo equipment. I used to hook up the sound systems for all the guys. in the
Cars,
neighborhood,
yeah,
I remember
cars
that.
and everything like that.
Yeah.
And I just got a real, it was just a real passion for it. Well, fast forward, life happens. You start a family, you have
Yeah.
kids, and you, as most parents know, sometimes you have to put things on the back burner. So a lot of things go on the back burner, and not even to say that was even on my radar back then. That it wasn't on my radar, but I always wanted to have something to do with sound. So it was really interesting to when my oldest son came to me with his first song he did, as a rapper. And it's like, I didn't know you rap. Let me hear this.
Right.
So he played it for me, and I was like, not bad. No different than kind of what's out now. So I'm the type of parent that if my kids show interest in something, I'll dive in and help them as much as I can.
Yeah.
Right.
As much as I can. So it went from there. Then my youngest son, he popped up. He started rapping, and it just kind of went from there. And then I got into the record label and the CEO of the label and artist development, because I seen that the kids didn't really have any structure, or there wasn't a real avenue for them. There's just a bunch of leeches and takers out there. So I always wanted my kids to experience the best of the best as a process. So as long as they knew how things were supposed to be, when they go into any other room, they can tell when something's not right.
Exactly.
Right.
Right.
So,
Right.
so that's how I got hands-on, not necessarily to take the business over, but really just to give them, make sure that their business was right, make sure that they had their names copywritten, make sure it's trademarked, make sure they had their BMI or ASCAP, performing rights. There's a lot of things in the music business that these young artists they take for granted, and a lot of them just work. They think about, well, I'm gonna do it later. If my song blow up, I'll do it later.
It's too late.
It's too late then.
Yeah. Now people already got,
it's
You're
too
right.
late
Yeah,
then. Yeah, exactly.
absolutely.
There's companies out there. That's what they do. All these kids that don't have their BMI or ASCAPs or don't have their names trademarked. These songs that they put out on the streaming services, or the videos they put on YouTube, these leeches put copyright tabs on them. Kids don't care because half of them don't buy it. They don't buy the beats from the producer, so they don't get exclusive contracts. They just snatch it offline. That's your money. You can't make any money after that.
Yeah.
So there's a right way and a wrong way to do everything. So getting into that, once I got those guys on the right path, all my kids were out of the house. It was me time. It was me time. Let me focus on something that can make me happy and actually help with stress and mental health.
Yeah.
Because being a parent and being in the corporate community and with corporate business, there's not a lot of downtime. There's not a lot of downtime.
Almost never.
So,
That is very straight.
That was dope that you found out. You found a time and a space to be able to get that done. Because I know how hard you work and how much you work, and you just like leveled up, just keep leveling up, and darn near running the business that you were working at. So like, definitely, why not pour into yourself?
Definitely,
so
definitely. And I got that. Really, that strength came from my kids, because my kids, they seen how dedicated, how devoted I am to getting to the bag. They see me.
What they call you, money? What they call you, money? They call him Uncle Phil. They call him Uncle Phil. Yeah.
Yeah, got a little ways to go before I get there, but there's a reason for that.
Yeah.
But my biggest thing was just motivation and listening to my kids. They just seeing how I grind, and they're like, man, when do you have time for yourself?
Yeah.
They just didn't want to take that path, so they all opened up their own businesses, did their own ventures. I'm like, okay. And the age of the internet and everything else, you don't really need a lot to get started.
No, not
something. And I always felt like you did. So like everything got to be like planned to the T or whatever.
You definitely
so I
have
got
to plan.
To the point, of course. But I'm saying though, for me, like everything had to be perfect before I begin anything, and I'm just like, it's not realistic. Let's just do something, So then that's how we got started doing stuff. So shoot, we wasn't even. We had everything was written out and stuff, but when we came to you to come do the videographer,
because he's a videographer, photographer. I mean, he does a lot. So the first web series that I decided to write, this was our videographer. Yeah.
Still got all that footage too.
Yeah.
Look at that.
Yeah. Sure did. Yep.
So you are watching WJ. You are watching Evening Conversations. We're streaming live on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, Twitch. This is WJZZ, and other top social media platforms. Like, follow, share, comment, and subscribe. Thank you for watching WJZZ Cool TV, the coolest station in the world.
All right, so we're going to get back into it because the topic today is mental health, and we want to dive kind of into the topic because, being in the industry, entertainment business, and being fathers, what is your take on mental health during COVID and even in this business? Like, what are some of the things that you've experienced and seen?
Because just to touch a little bit on it, I remember working. First of all, I worked in a mortgage company, thousands of employees, and we in there. First of all, when the pandemic started, we were I don't know if we just wasn't like thinking stuff. It was real or what, but literally like the spaces started to empty. I'm at work. A guy that sits like 2 rows over, he's in the hospital for 2 weeks. They don't tell nobody why. Everything was a secret too. So then this person over here, what's his name? And then it got real when they always got to announce the deaths. So we had an older guy that passed away at my job. He was like in his 60s. Another guy passed away that he was in his 30s. And I was like, what the hell? I'm like, what is going on? Like, okay, so like now I'm like, what's what? Then I remember when you were in the hospital, so I'm just like, okay, it's kind of hitting too close to home for me or whatever.
Yeah.
So we end up going. I was fortunate enough to actually work from home for since I don't even know. I worked from home since May of 2020. But a lot of people still have to go into work every day. Then they told me to come back in the office in June. I came back July of 2020, and I was in the office. Then it was like a huge spread. and they was like, y'all gotta go back home. Like, so I said, why y'all bring us back in here anyway? Like, it was so, yeah, it was crazy. But
So
but people were talking about
ask what was their experience.
Yeah.
Though. What was your experience with that?
COVID. That was one of the. I have to say that's one of the scariest moments I can remember. Just the fact of how fast it happened. Then them not knowing anything about it. Pretty much everything that they treated me with was the stuff that they said you shouldn't have treated anybody with in the first place.
Right.
Hydroxychloroquine, all the other stuff. It was a total of 6 weeks, and I got turned away on 2 different occasions, and once with the EMS had to come out to the house, and there was a metric that they had for your oxygen levels that in order to take you, your oxygen levels had to be around 89 and below. Well, when they came out, I passed out in the shower, and my oxygen levels were at like 90. So the EMS driver, told my wife, he said, well, we could take them, but they're not going to keep them. So now the financial part kicks in. Like, I'm not going to take
the insurance is not kicking in if you're not
right.
Absolutely.
for you to send me home, even though you're pretty much dying. All this stuff, clicks in. So I waited and went to the ER later on that night, and they actually kept me because I had developed blood clots, pulmonary embolism.
Wow.
So developed blood clots, and finally, after 4 weeks, 4.5 weeks of being sick, going back and forth to the hospital, them giving me antibiotics, because the virus is a respiratory.
Yeah.
Well, they gave me any and everything. They gave me a Z-Pack.
Just
trying.
So so they didn't really know. And when my stint in the hospital, I felt so bad for the nurses, and shout out to the frontline workers. They don't get half of the credit they deserve. Me being in the hospital and seeing what they were going through, nurses crying. I was in unsaid hospital, but I was on the 4th floor, and they call that the COVID floor. And it was so bad that the dietary from the kitchen, they didn't even want to come up. So they would bring the carts of food to the elevator and pretty much just kick them out the door.
Yeah, unfortunately we knew a lot of people in the medical field at that time, and the stories we would hear almost would bring us to tears all the time. All the time.
The hallways were packed. It was crazy. I couldn't wait to get out.
I'm
glad I got out. But going through that really elevates your appreciation for what you have.
And it has a lot to do, like I said, with the topic today, with your mental health, because
shout out to my wife though, 'cause she really took care of me. I ain't gonna
absolutely
lie,
shout out.
Without her, I know I wouldn't have made it.
Yeah, absolutely. Yep. And we definitely he was definitely in our prayers, being family. It was definitely a stressful time, and on our mental wise, we just Lord, we don't want to lose him this way. This is crazy. This just came up, and he's never had health issues. What's going on? It was not a comfortable time at all. Especially myself, I still had to go to work every day. Yeah. So I'm just getting calls and getting text messages anytime anything happened within the family. Still trying to work and be a mom, check on my kids, make sure that they're okay. And it was definitely mentally, you get drained. And you just don't even know what. And myself, I just had to keep going. It was no stop time. It was no time to really shed a tear or think twice. You just had to just keep going. One more time, though, we definitely want to let you know that you're tuning into Evening Conversations right now. My name is Joy.
And I'm Nikki.
And if you want to call in at all, you can call the phone number here at 313-355-6018. If you have any questions for Cam or Carlton, or even ourselves, and if you want to tap in into the topic for today for mental health. But getting back into Carlton. So other than that, you do some mentoring. So how has that impacted?
That's ongoing. This time? And like I said, going through that whole COVID situation just elevated the importance of being here. So we started back with mentoring 2003. It started with some friends of mine. They asked me, hey, want to go to the rec center. Our kids gonna play ball together. You want to bring your boys?
Mm-hmm.
Fine. And the universe conspired to make that more than what it actually was. The parents that we came in contact with became lifelong friends, became brothers and sisters. Their kids became like brothers and sisters with my kids. And it was one of those things is because going to the same facility, practices and whatnot, and you seeing these parents that are just as dedicated as you are. So now you're building a tribe, you're building a community, and you don't mind your kids spending time with, said parents and vice versa.
Right.
So we took that to the next level, and we brought in, and that was Tyndall Recreation Center.
Yeah.
Shout out
to
to
Tyndall.
Shout out to
I know
Tyndall,
everybody,
man.
a lot of people
Tyndall,
know
was it
about
on 7 Mile?
Yeah,
everybody
I remember
about
going
Tyndall.
over there years ago.
Definitely. A lot of good people ran through that facility. It was a shame, when we went through that time when the city was in really in despair, and a lot of the rec centers closed. That also taps into the conversation of mental health and what it did to the youth, which are now our 20s, 21s through 27-year-olds, and now we see the wave of crime and displacement,
Depression.
and
Suicide.
and things like that.
Yeah.
These we literally took away a lot of the things that these kids were active in. And they didn't have anything. So now all they have is the internet and 24 hours of cable TV. To really just feed their brain. A lot of them that play basketball and sports at these rec centers, they weren't going to make the teams in their high schools, but it still gave them an outlet to disperse that energy. So what we did is we all the kids that we came encounter with, we just kind of took them under our wing, and the parents, we just really got a chance to talk to them, see where their head was at. And a lot of the kids to this day, there's still some, they're graduating from college, just doing a lot of good things. Not all success stories, obviously. There's some that fell through the cracks, and the ones that we've seen that actually fell through the cracks were the ones that had parents that weren't as supportive as we were, because you still, young parents, even myself at the time, young parents, still trying to figure it out. You had a lot of parents that they were still in the streets themselves, trying to raise kids. So their kids are around that, constantly, because that's just the way it is, and they just. Kids, a lot of times they emulate what they see.
Absolutely.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Not all cases, but a lot of cases they emulate what they see.
That's why I don't believe in the do it. What's the phrase? Do as I say, not as I do. And it's like, no, you can't say that, because you can't say that because like I work and we both work in education, and kids will come to school doing the darndest things, and when we contact the parents, they're like, well, I don't know where they got that from. Oh, okay.
Exactly.
Because they sure not coming up here to get it. They're definitely not coming up here to get it. So it will be so frustrating. But yeah, and then kids too, they don't have a filter. They're gonna talk about whatever. So don't do things in the household that you don't want them to bring up at school, because they will. I've heard some of the craziest stories. One, they got a child taken away from her mom because you can't just, these kids come to school and they saying what's going on at the house. If it's not really a good benefit for the kid, or it's harmful to the child, then that's you gotta watch
and
it.
We know that Carlton, most of his kids are adults, so you had kids that were still in school during this time. So how did that affect you and your boys?
Or did they have to do homeschooling?
Yep, they're still doing homeschooling.
Okay, so
The oldest one is done, but the youngest one, I think he had like a week left.
Yeah.
But I don't know anybody that passed away from COVID. My cousin had it, so when he had it, he wasn't taking it serious. He was still out and about doing whatever, So when he got it, I was like, "Look, cuz, I'm gonna drop something at your doorstep," and and he beat it. So I helped him out. He beat it.
A lot of people
But
did.
on a mental aspect, like I used to go to the gym, was going to the gym a lot, so I started working out at home, exercising out at home, and we all did, and then got lazy.
Same thing
gained
here.
some weight. So it's like, dang, I'm so used to being in fit and in shape. Same with anybody else. I didn't gain all this weight. That's mental too. Like, dang, I'm just fat and whatever. So, but the kids, they started liking going to school from home.
Oh yeah.
My youngest.
You ain't got to switch classes, so I get to stay in. I get to sit in my bed and go on Zoom. And
But not to
But
cut you
then you
off, but
still-
a lot of that, the kids going, liking to go to school from home, plays into that mental health.
yeah,
Is
you're not
now-
interacting
so now
with other
you-
kids.
You're not being judged
yeah,
on.
my
You're not being
oldest
judged
daughter-
on what you wear.
Yep.
Yeah.
You know,
it's like-
you're not being judged on how much money you got. Or whatever the case may be.
Yes.
Everything is from the computer.
Yeah.
So
Yes.
there was a disconnect there from the interaction that.
But it's
kids had.
still some bully going on too.
Yeah, online.
yeah.
That's-
Zoom
that's-
through the Zoom.
Yeah,
my-
definitely.
Yes.
Like how you gonna
Yes.
talk about somebody through Zoom
Or-
with the teacher and the other kids
Yeah, they
looking?
do it in the classroom.
Like, it's
so-
crazy.
Absolutely. And something that dawned on me, because I used to work in education at one point, but the thought of all of the actual teachers and children that being in the building was their outlet. You don't know how many people that were being, sexually abused or mentally abused
Yeah.
or verbally abused at home.
Yeah.
And now they're
That was
stuck
their, yeah.
here.
School
You know,
was their
there's a lot
outlet.
of kids that died. That was that
Yeah.
during the quarantine.
Wow.
Yeah.
That was their outlet though, and
Yep.
that's what
I mean, and
we
for
were
teachers.
talking about that. Like with relationships,
Yeah.
with relationships, like being super rocky because people like, I love my husband, but just speaking
used to
random
you.
because I'm not married. But anyway, just speaking randomly, I love my husband. I'm not used to seeing him this much. Or
Yeah.
my wife is now
Yeah.
working my nerves. She got me in the house doing all types of stuff, whatever, because I'm not at work and this and that, whatever. Like, or and then you had some people that didn't make it. Who was that? That was going through divorce. It's not funny. It's not funny, but I'm just saying, like it was.
We won't say any names, but we definitely.
There was a lot
knew
of
some
divorces
people
going
that-
on.
That was
divorces.
They was like,
A lot
you know
of
what?
divorces, a lot of
This
domestic violence.
quarantine let me know that I ain't really feeling you.
But it was
You know?
also a
And
lot
it's
of
like-
baby making too. I
That
have
too.
a lot of friends and
That
family
too.
that have
Literally,
babies.
we've had like what 6 babies
Yeah.
that came through this
back to back.
COVID
in the
babies.
family and friends.
Yeah,
Wow,
a lot
yeah,
of COVID
if not more than
babies.
6.
It make
And-
a lot of sense
Yeah.
having babies when you don't have a job.
No,
horrible.
but when you have time, because here's the thing: you got people, you got entrepreneurs, you got some entrepreneurs who businesses flourish during that time, and then some people they had to close the doors depending on what type of industry, what type of work you was doing. So some people it was a come up. And some people, they were like, okay, where the hell is the next dollar coming from? Or like, when can
There
these
was a lot
kids
of
get out of this house?
suicide, too.
And
There was a lot
yeah,
of- there
when
was
can
a lot
these
of
kids
suicide.
leave? Yeah, stuff like that.
Suicidal thoughts and people. It was a lot.
The come up was the strength of what I seen is I was really proud of a lot of the young black kids that I knew that I interacted through music. That how they came up, they were making masks, they started selling dinners, they were
Yeah.
just doing whatever it took, and I was really proud of them because they weren't out there doing things that
It
were,
could have been a
They
lot
were
of
supposed to
robbing,
do.
killing, and
robbing,
stealing.
yeah, they were actually out
Yeah.
there getting to the
You
bag,
know what?
in a legal way, and I was really
Made me
impressed,
proud.
and I was really happy about that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then I experienced two ends. One child hating being at home because she was in high school and this was on her sophomore year and she was running track and all this and she was not comfortable with that. And then my youngest was like, "Oh, I went homeschool forever."
Yeah.
Like my youngest.
I feel
really
bad for the ones that were seniors doing all this.
Yes.
Oh my
You
gosh.
missed prom, you
Yes.
missed
Yeah.
everything.
College graduates.
Yeah.
That too, yeah.
I mean, not
It was
only
Looking forward to
my,
it.
my
Not
god
only-
sister had to do a drive by.
Zoom.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
not only were their graduations cut short, now the workforce is cut short.
Yeah.
So these people were graduating from college.
Yeah.
Were supposed to enter the workforce.
Exactly.
There is no workforce to enter right now.
Exactly.
So, so now what?
Yeah.
So that causes depression.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
Yeah.
how did how do they get through that? So now that everything's open back up, I mean, you couldn't find anybody that wanted to work even after they
Oh, yeah.
even after they said everything was open back up.
Mhm.
People just
Oh, yeah.
as long as they were getting that unemployment,
Yeah.
it was,
And it was
Yep.
so bad because in the industry that I work in finances, and I would be calling people, and they would be like, "You don't see what's going on? It's COVID out here. What's going?" Like it was some flying dinosaurs or something. But I'm like, I understand. However, we need to have a conversation about how you gonna make this payment,
Yeah.
or what we doing moving
Right.
forward. So some people was really taking advantage,
Yeah.
and then there was other people that it was great for the resources that was available.
Because
It
everybody
definitely
money
was.
didn't stop. But like, unfortunately,
A lot of people. Thank God
mine
ours
didn't
didn't.
stop.
Thank
Yeah.
God.
But I mean, come on now. Like, some people was definitely taking it to the next level. But I'm gonna cut this real quick so that we can get back to our PSA. You are tuned in to Evening Conversations. We are live streaming on Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, and Twitter on WJZZ Cool TV. and other top social media platforms. Like, follow, share, comment, and subscribe. Thank you for watching WJZZ Cool TV, the coolest station in the world. All right, we getting back into our conversation. We have this person was messing with me on my live, but anyway, what was I talking about? I just lost my train of thought. No, but I was talking about something with the people. They were like, I don't know, work stopping and all that. But anyway,
she lose her thought quite
No. But anyway, to like again to like, for instance, I was talking about like businesses flourishing during that time. Did the headphones and stuff that picked up for you? Did you guys start recording more, or it was more so like let's chill for a moment? How did that work?
No, we didn't chill at all. We have a home studio, so it's always open for our artists, and not just our artists. The whole concept of the headphones is to create an avenue for young people to be able to come record, get videos shot, things like that, because we're losing a lot of our, especially our young black men, to violence. And a lot of them are rappers. Yeah, and they're out in the streets doing whatever, so they can get money to get into the studio. Yeah. Not only just to get into the studio, to get videos shot, to pay for beats and whatnot. So there's a percentage of the monies from the headphones that goes into software, Pro Tools, hardware, microphones, things like that, into camera equipment, videographers other than myself. So engineers, producers. So we employ a lot of people based off of the income of that. So we have a lot of people that we work with, the guys, engineers at Savant Studios. Shout out DJ Marathon. That's another brand ambassador of mine. He is a phenomenal DJ. Man, he got the city on lock right now. He's on tour with Payroll and Filthy Rich right now.
That's cool. What's up? So, Cam, how about you? Was business really picking up in the acting world and modeling during that time?
No, they shut everything.
Everything was shut down.
Zoom,
it was
Zoom. We had Zoom rehearsals.
Oh my gosh.
I can't stand
Oh my gosh.
It was so worse.
I need to be in person to feel the energy, to feel, And then I was filming just a little bit, but that's because it was the people who got me started. Okay. So they all were pretty much, we wore our mask and all that stuff, but we weren't doing nothing. There was no filming going on.
Yeah.
So it was just at the house, just nothing. Only thing I do like about, as far as with the filming with the COVID, before when we were filming, it'd be 1 million people on set. Yeah. Now
it's literally,
if it's us four on set, it's us four, the director, and the sound guy. That's it.
And it makes it a little easier. Because you ain't got to be like, quiet on the set, because I used to have that a lot.
And you still got to say quiet on the set, but still, like, it's
If it's just me in this set looking for something, it's me by myself. Yeah. There's no distraction. Yeah. Nobody talking, smoking weed, and nobody.
Random dice game.
Right. It's frustrating. I'm an actress as well, and yes, being on set, it's so much that goes on set. Like, I promise, and just having.
And you can have a ball on set, though. You can have a ball,
absolutely.
But
we getting back
when
to
it's
that,
time to work, I need to lock in on this character. No distractions, and let's work.
But guess what? Though, I was working with people that was just like, we gonna talk. We still gonna we still gonna say what we gotta do, because y'all gotta be ready. Y'all gotta know how to work in the middle of whatever environment. And so but I'm just like, okay. I mean, of course they'll be quiet on set, whatever. But they was just saying like, we still gonna do what we doing, or this is that, whatever. I'm just like, dude, like, I see you in the background dancing, and I'm trying to like fuss at this person. So if I'm supposed to be mad,
that's throwing you off. And you fuck around and laugh.
That's exactly what happened. And they like, how many takes we gonna take? It's many takes we gonna take when y'all stop playing in the background. If y'all dancing in the corner,
trust me, let me pull up some of the clips from your web series.
Oh my god!
But see, that was the beginning, honestly. Like, okay, so before we started on the web series, which is Joy and Marriage web series, before we did that, I was in Shut up, I was in a play before that. Before that, I was in a play, and then I worked like behind the scenes on international film. So I was production assistant on the international film. So most of my, and then I worked in radio for like 2 years or so. So like for me, my experience was in the background. So when the camera in my face, he tell you I got sweat beads dripping.
Oh man,
we got to cut.
Sweating so
one
bad.
time
One time.
The funniest part is y'all two arguing all the time.
Making people uncomfortable. So I'm like, is y'all good?
Right,
we
right.
good. Come on.
The one guy was like, I was scared to say something because I ain't know.
And Carlton's still recording.
Right. We like,
Carl, did you get that? Shut that off.
All footage is good footage.
No. Oh my God. But
we
no,
experienced the
distractions.
Zoom though, and it sucked for us because it's 10 people total for this one particular project, and we kept losing people. We'd be like, it's your
Some people
turn.
can't
And
hear.
people was like, I ain't hear you, or you would hear them. They doing some of their
They
part,
mute.
and then it
Yeah.
fade out. Then some people still
Some people
on
don't know how to
mute.
use Zoom.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
And
And
it
so they
was-
like, they talking, and I'm like, I can't
We
hear
can't
you.
hear you.
Unmute
yeah.
yourself.
Unmute
like,
yourself.
Well,
yeah.
no, unmute that.
Yeah.
Down in the bottom in the left. Unmute in the microphone.
I'm in the
Yeah.
chat trying to tell people how to get on.
Yes.
And it was
Man.
horrible. People kept falling off like, put me back in.
Yeah,
I said,
let me
this
back
is
in.
too much.
Yeah,
It was
yeah.
For
overwhelming.
those that don't know, use an Ethernet connection.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
You have to.
Yeah,
And somebody told
absolutely.
me, but everybody don't know that.
Yeah, no. And then a lot of people are it's just, what is it? They using Wi-Fi or
Or
something
they
else.
sitting in their car
What's
trying
that?
to
People
be like,
use,
you
what's that
can't
people
stay
use on
on
their
there.
phone? What is that? Hotspots. I never use that.
don't
But
like
to me,
hotspots.
I guess it don't work because folks be dropping off with these hotspots. I don't know. To me, I guess it don't really work. But yeah, that filming is fun. It's definitely fun. It's definitely fun being on set. You know, even if you're in a serious role, but it's about, like, I can get what Cam's talking about. It's about being focused. It's when you trying to go in there and you trying to kill your role. You can't have somebody dancing in the background or somebody smoking in this corner, this and that. Then it depends on the professional level of the set that you're on.
Yes.
Too.
Yeah.
That's the difference too. Because I've been on professional levels where we're not doing anything but filming. We ain't laughing, we ain't kikiing nothing.
Yep.
Like I've been on a set that was
Everybody
super
locked
serious.
in. When we say cut, we
Everybody
still locked into that character.
Yeah.
I'm still mad at you.
As
you Yeah.
should
As
be.
I should be when
Yeah.
you say action.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. And then there's the sets that nobody's taking it serious.
And nobody
Yeah.
cares.
I don't want to be on that set.
The
Yeah.
producers, the directors, and you kind of like, oh, this a party. Like, y'all
Yeah.
think this a music video right
Yeah.
now. I need you to get into character.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
So, yeah, I mean, I guess to each his own, however you want
So-
to, work with that.
Give us a little bit about your character in you got
Price
the
of
web
Love?
series.
That's
We want
it.
to talk about the Price of Love, but you
Yeah,
give me-
Destiny. I was
you can-
watching the other day.
Give us a
That's
piece of a piece of
And matter of fact, the director just called me early today, gave me some roses. He was like, bro, when we filmed the other day, I looked at it, he said, I couldn't understand it when I was watching you, but I watched it when they were doing the edit. He said, bro, you killed that shit. I said, damn. I said, thank you. You know, I'm working, taking classes, whatever. He said, you killed it.
Yeah.
But I play a character called Duck in Destiny's web series.
Okay.
Duck is Goose's younger brother. Goose get locked up and for domestic violence. He do 2 years. And I'm not finna name no names,
Yeah.
but this character Duck or Goose reminds me of a relative of mine.
Okay.
So it really hit home when
Okay.
when Duck is drilling Goose and like leave her the fuck alone and all this blah blah blah. I can relate to it. So when he was like, man, that shit felt real because it's real.
Yeah.
It really, I really was Duck for real in real life.
Yeah.
So I really had to tap in and be like a flashback. So I'm the little
That's the
brother and trying to get him to leave her alone and let's go about your way and you did 2 years, you wasted your life. She going about her life. Just go ahead and let's get this money and whatever. So I like playing Duck.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, and then let us know a little bit about your character in Price of Love.
Oh, Price of Love, I played a character called Tez.
Okay.
So Tez was supposed to be like the, you might say like a little runner. So Tez had the job to, I wasn't supposed to fuck the bag up.
Oh, so like runner, like drugs. And
Yeah.
Stuff.
Yeah.
So, but this was the money. So I fucked the bag up with the money. I
think I
was
watched this
supposed to take the money from one place to the next location to the guy. So, but Tez's weakness are the women. It ain't drugs. It ain't cars or sports or none of that shit. It's women.
Somebody
Ran across
put
the
the
chick.
right booty come
Yep.
across, and then there you
Somebody
go.
set him up. She ran off with the bag. The plug, the boss's right hand man, his shooter, came, which was KDZ, came and met me at the hotel room, and we played Uno.
Oh, look, I'm sorry, but I'm gonna have to cut you off. Like we got a caller calling in.
All right. You're tuning in to Evening Conversations. We have a caller here. What's your name?
Hi guys, it's Kiera.
Hey,
Hi,
Kiera.
How y'all doing today?
Good, good. Thank you for calling in today. So Kiara's going to give us a little information about an upcoming pop-up shop she has going on. Jungle Gems is the business name, correct, Kiara?
Yep. Jungle Gym Enterprises is throwing our first pop-up shop event. It's definitely honoring Juneteenth, right?
Awesome.
Hello, it'll be tomorrow, right? So June 19th tomorrow, guys, to celebrate our excellence, all right, our culture, and just bringing the community together. We'll have multiple vendors there, aging from children to adults. It's from 4 to 8. And yeah, it's just bringing, the community together and trying to, build economically, networking, and just trying to get people brands out there, right?
Yeah.
Small businesses, just trying to bring the culture back to Detroit.
That's dope. That's dope. That sounds dope. You
Thank
what's some
you.
of the names of the vendors that's gonna be there?
So we do have 12 vendors that will be in the building.
Awesome.
We do have Autumn Sky Kitty Closet. We have Wink Lash Extension, so she'll be in there selling her lashes. An appointment. Yes, girl. We have Madison Mills, so we do have food there. We will have a DJ, live entertainment that will be given and hosted by G Suite of Total Entertainment. So that'll be music, live music there as well. We have K1 Mixology, and that is like adult drinks, right? So adult drinks will be in the building as well. We have Pisces Media, and that is like a urban book. He sells books and writes books, so he's an author. And then we have Shoot for Results with a CPL and personal training program or personal trainer. Yeah. So he'll be in the building, and of course Jungle Gym will be there selling our crystals, our jewelry, our incense. So definitely, I think everyone should definitely come out and support the kids.
That sounds dope. So you let us know it's going to be Juneteenth from 4 to 8. What's the location?
It is right here off of Matt Nichols and Myers. It's called Boone's Corner. It is the address what is the address, y'all? 10701 West Matt Nichols, Detroit, Michigan, 48221. Yep, and it's right across the street from Liberty Grocery Store. So there will be people outside, vendors outside. You can drive by, hear the music, get some food, and celebrate.
All right. And then, Kiara, you still have any spots open for anybody that wants to join in?
Yeah, no, we don't have any spots. Every vendor spot is actually taken at this time.
All right, so Juneteenth pop-up shop, that explosion is tomorrow from 4 to 8. Kiara Jones of Jungle Gym Enterprises is going to be doing this great event. Thank you for calling in. You guys look out for that tomorrow.
Thank you guys for having me.
All right.
I love you guys' show. Thank you. So
Have a good one.
much.
We'll see you tomorrow.
All right.
Okay, thank you, love. Bye.
Bye.
All right. Always big into definitely supporting black businesses, supporting entrepreneurs. Like I said, during this time, a lot of people's mental health, that was their way to get through. That's just building their brands and being able to stay busy and stay focused and be able to be a blessing to other people. So that's definitely something that we always want to support. Any questions or something that y'all want us to help y'all out with, we usually here. You can call us here at the station tonight if you have any questions or have an event coming up. The phone number here is 313-355-6018. Again, that's 313-355-6018. We're here with Carlton Williams, Senior of Legendary Music of Visuals, CEO, business owner, photographer. He all that good stuff,
Label. So look, so let's get back into the label real quick. What we got new coming? Because I know Shane always talking about he in studio. So what we got going on?
And for those who don't, so K East is a rapper and also STF Chef. Those are his sons. For those who that are fans of those rappers, the musicians here in Detroit. That's their father, so he's works with them, of course, side by side sometime as well. So give a little information about some of the artists and people that you're working with.
Well, obviously, K's, STF Chef. We got Rich Lee, who my nephew, who is just constantly working. Always, he on fire. He on fire right now. He working with some of everybody. Videos dropping every other week.
Okay.
Chef, his new album, June 30th.
Okay, we got a date now. We got a date.
Yeah. Kay, on the other hand, he probably has like 2 albums worth of music.
Yeah.
But he's got a lot of stuff going on.
He share when he wants to, but he's
Yeah.
really dope.
Yeah.
And he's just like, yeah, he can go in the studio and just get it in and make magic happen. And then he'd just sit on it and be like, I did that like 5 months ago. All right, y'all, I guess y'all can hear this now. We like, really?
5 months ago,
Yeah.
I think total between all the artists, probably like 70 songs.
70 songs
on
that
right
you
now.
sitting on?
I'm sitting on right now. Yeah.
We gotta get a little leakage going on.
Yeah,
or
that's
something.
what I told him.
I mean, something.
We got Let's Go Dame. He's dropping his mixtape within the next 2 months.
Okay.
Yep, within the next 2 months. I got TFG Teasy. He's been dropping throughout the spring and summer. He's got Lemon Pepper Freestyle. That's out.
Oh,
That's
it's so cold.
fire.
Let them know where they can check that out.
Oh, we got Legendary Music and Visuals. We have our YouTube channel.
Mhm.
You can check it out at Legendary Music and Visuals on YouTube. Or you can go to legendary_music_visuals on Instagram. Hit the link in the bio for everything Legendary, from the website to the headphones to the YouTube channel. Everything we have going on is in the link in the bio on IG.
Dope.
Perfect.
Dope.
All right, Cam
All right.
Cottrell, give us some information here.
Upcoming movies. What you need people to tune into? Can they binge watch you?
Yeah. Or
Definitely
Amazon
binge watch.
Prime, Tubi, you can binge watch. Put my name up. Everything come up
Tell
on
them
Amazon
IMDb
Prime.
you.
IMDb.
Tell them
Google
IMDb.
me, shit.
Right.
But coming up, I got It Factor. I play a football player. I'm pretty much the fall guy.
Yeah.
So all the chicks that want to get to the big guy, they got to go through me.
Oh.
So that's gonna be
not
some
a
fun.
bad
And that's not at all. Not at all. I start filming. I got a couple new projects coming up. Ear to Ear. I keep forgetting the other one.
And I just saw it.
So-
What's
Mm.
the
We
one
looked
of
it up.
the director? I guess
If you
can
go to
throw
his
that out.
On
IMDb,
Janaea
yeah,
Black, Black Enterprise. I'm on
Okay.
her movie. I'm on another movie called another series, A Lonely Place to Die 2. I'm on there filming. We're still filming that, so it's not ready yet. But you can check it out. You can check out the first one, Lonely Place to Die 1. It's on YouTube.
A Lonely Place to Die?
Yeah.
Okay.
And director is Jamal Hines.
Okay.
Dennis Reed, First Lady 3. And before that one was He Said, She Said.
Yeah.
Dennis Reed.
I love it.
And then Ken Williams, Asbury Park. That's a whole list of them.
Yeah.
So you know,
Asbury Park
I got
seem
some.
like it's really dope. It's definitely like
It is.
for the
Friends in
culture,
that one,
and
too.
I know a lot of
It's-
people that's in it. I know a
That
lot of people that's in
shit
it.
dropped some gems.
So
Yeah.
yeah,
With the
absolutely.
police and the black community
Oh,
and
yeah.
the
Oh, yeah.
kids and everything. He
Oh,
dropped
yeah.
some gems in there.
And ain't nothing like somebody it coming from us.
Yeah.
You know, some us
Definitely.
that actually experienced it, or those who are actually from the neighborhood. Like I hate when there's movies that's Detroit movies are considered to be something that, and y'all came in from LA and y'all film in the areas y'all don't even know about these areas, and y'all don't really know what goes on in
No,
these
we
communities.
grew up
Yeah.
3
So like,
blocks
there's
from
nothing like
Asbury
literally,
Park.
like I literally grew up on Mansfield, absolutely.
Like
So,
we really shot that. We
yeah.
really shot Asbury Park on Asbury Park and
Which
7
is-
Mile.
yeah.
The only thing I don't like
Yeah.
is Michigan needs to get the tax credit
The
back.
tax credit back, absolutely.
Because we got to sneak around and
Sneak
do
around,
it,
yeah.
and
And
then
it's-
you're not getting the funds
Yeah.
that
Yeah.
Atlanta, New York, and
Yeah.
Chicago
Yeah.
and them get.
They get, yeah.
So
They
it's
supposed
crazy.
to be. I remember hearing about it. They were supposed to be right before they locked us back in. They were supposed to be passing that for us
Yeah.
to be able to get
be
those
able
back.
to
So
do
I
it
wonder.
film.
So we
like,
having
who
issues
people
with the
having a hold?
police. Like
Yeah.
it's been a million times I've been
Yeah.
on set. Police pull up,
Yeah.
have
Like, what y'all
everybody
doing?
get down on the ground, and
Really?
they
That
done took people to
sucks.
jail. They didn't gave them tickets.
Yo, that's
Yeah.
crazy.
We was shooting a scene where we was in Harper Woods and was running up to the house with the guns, and Harper Woods police just came out of nowhere.
Yeah.
About 10 cars
Y'all can't
deep.
do that at Harper Woods. Y'all
You
like, y'all
can't.
should already know.
You can't do no 7 Mile either.
Wait,
You
so
definitely
y'all
have to
got,
earn
but
it.
wait, y'all got 30 minutes though. Y'all do know that y'all got
Yeah, you
30
got
minutes
30
to
minutes
be
anyway.
on the on the streets of Detroit. But y'all do want to let somebody else. Here's the thing: when y'all in there, it's good to know the cops. It's
You gotta
good to know
call
the
your
cops in the
friends.
area.
You gotta
like,
call your
I
friends
know cops, whatever.
Because we
It's good to be
definitely
like,
have to
hey,
make phone calls,
we filming
yeah.
this and that. Because like I remember, like I was in I did a voiceover for the movie. I don't know if you know Ant Green, but he did a short film called Run, and
Shout
I
out
did a
to Ant
voiceover
Green.
for that. Most of the filming that he did some filming like right there. I think it was like 6 Mile of Myers Corner. He did some on 7 Mile. I think it's kind of you kind of just communicating with the people in the area, and also just knowing those times to be out there too.
Yeah.
Get out there real early, or get out there like in the middle of the night where ain't nobody really riding around trying to see what you're doing.
Yeah.
You know, so like,
that's
yeah.
when, we were filming one day, and we had people running out the
my
store
gosh.
like, can we be in it? Can we be in it? Were you the videographer that day? We
At
like
the gas station. We at the gas station on
So
the
that was
Oh,
the gas,
no.
So we knew the gas in the gas station. He let us.
Yeah.
This was
I
at
talked to the guy at the gas station. We was
DTLR. The lady was like, "Come in," and the manager was like, "No, they can't come in."
Yeah.
We like, we not trying to come in. We just need her to shut the door so we can finish the scene.
Yeah, because they were coming there. They were coming out of the store and
Yeah.
stuff and was like, what y'all doing? What y'all doing? Or whatever. Yeah. We
Yeah.
was in Oak Park filming. But
Yeah.
the day we was in Oak Park filming, first of all, it was hot.
It was so hot.
It was hot. Matter of fact, I think I stepped in DTLR real quick to get some
To get
air
some
real
air.
quick. Yeah. It was so hot outside. But
Oak
yeah,
Park be
people.
tripping too.
They do.
Yo, Oak Park
We used
always
to live
tripping.
over there.
Always.
The police, they're always tripping over there.
Well, that's
like,
because the state police is
Yeah.
right there
The
too.
biggest
But
thing
if
is
you
that-
talk to them though, like,
Yeah.
I promise I didn't talk my way out of a few things, whatever. I'm telling you, if you talk to them, whatever, I'm like, look here, I'm telling you. But
biggest
yeah,
thing is get your paperwork right, so you don't have those
Yeah.
problems.
Yeah.
I mean, a lot of the issues that you guys stem in filming from acting has to do with the abundance of rap videos
Yes.
that's out here. That there, I don't think there's a crevice of the city of Detroit that there hasn't been a rap video
Yeah.
shot. in.
Right, right.
It's just crazy. I mean, we've actually been on set where there's like we're shooting and there's some guys waiting to use the same location.
Oh, really?
And now it's a rush to get your video out.
Yeah.
hurry up, y'all. We need that same
Right.
spot. We gonna stand on
It's
top
gonna
of
be
the
dark
cars.
in a minute. Hurry
Y'all gonna
up.
leave them cars right there. We need to stand up on them real quick.
Oh, we never experienced that before.
Sure.
Wow.
Oh man, it's crazy. These cats, they don't buy the beats from the producers, so they go on YouTube and grab the tracks. So now it's a race. Who can get the song out first?
Oh.
Yo, that's
People been
crazy.
doing that one though for years.
That's
Yeah.
crazy, but then
Large
you do. I
artists,
mean,
like,
shout
they
out
go
to
through
those.
that.
Shout out to the people who create those non-copyrighted music, because I was able to use some of them
Uncopyrighted,
for the
yeah.
web
Shout out
series.
to them for us.
You know,
Yeah.
so
We need that music.
So yeah,
Yeah.
but yeah, I guess that can be tough.
Yeah,
Yes.
absolutely.
And for the YouTubers though, like especially for those who like blog and everything, I'd have heard the same. What's his name? Joe Kim Carden and stuff.
Yeah.
And what's my man's name? It's another dude. Josh
Oh, I forgot his name. Yeah.
some mess. Odisho. Josh Odisho.
Show.
He got a lot of nice
Odisho, we
beats.
messed up your name.
Totally butchered his name. Totally butchered his name. But yeah, it's a lot of people. It's a lot of people that actually that had those beats out there, and then yeah, you can use them. You know, they use you hear the same ones though on most people's blogs, whatever. Same little transition music, whatever.
That's okay. Legendary Music and Visual, they gonna start making something too, so we can
Yeah, all
start
exclusive.
using
Everything we
it.
do. The only thing I use for my projects are exclusive rights.
Yeah.
We want to
Okay.
make sure you pay the producers.
Paperwork got to be
Yeah.
right.
Pay the producers. You gotta have paperwork. My thing is, you guys can't get on the track talking about money. You haven't paid the producer.
Yes.
And yeah.
You can't
And
do
all
that.
producers
And
get
you
paid.
got all these
Excuse my-
hundreds in front of you talking about.
Yeah.
Shit
What
don't
you-
add up.
They sitting up there with the usher money.
Like STFS say, make it make sense.
Yeah, make
Because it
make
don't.
sense.
Right.
For real.
Absolutely. We coming to the end of our show. We thank you guys for coming here and joining us.
Yes.
Good talk. Definitely got some good brothers here. Some good projects coming out. Even the fact they're entrepreneurs. They're working together. Getting to the bags.
Shout out your business.
I got an entertainment company, Cottrell Entertainment.
People know that.
Yeah, Cottrell Entertainment,
Yeah,
working on some
absolutely.
movies, some sponsorships, and also I'm a brand ambassador for Stone Jungle, the hat I got on.
Okay.
I'm a brand ambassador for the Council Cigars, black owned. Stone Jungle's black owned,
There you go.
and the headphones.
There you go. There you go.
Yeah.
There you go. I don't have none of my brand ambassador stuff on today, so I ain't even gonna talk about it. But y'all know. Y'all can look at my page. Y'all know. They know who I shout it out all the time. They know. I'm a brand ambassador for Girl Plus God, and what's the other one? I ain't even gonna say it right now, cause I don't even remember the name. It was a jewelry company though. But
Yeah, and I can't think myself. I'm horrible with that type of
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah.
So
Y'all
thank
supposed to
you
know y'all
all for
stuff.
watching.
Yeah, like-
I'm not the brand ambassador. I'm
here.
always behind the scenes.
Look here.
Shout
Thank
out-
you guys for watching.
Anybody need? We actually doing brand ambassadorships. Brand ambassadorships with Legendary Music and Visual. There's a $20 payout for every unit that's sold. for
Okay.
brand ambassadors, yeah.
That's dope. That's good to know.
Oh, and if y'all know Brandon Graham, for the Philadelphia Eagles.
Yes, shout out
I
Brandon
sent him a
Graham.
pair of headphones.
Yep,
he
shout
rocked them, shared it and everything.
Yeah, shout out
He's
Brandon
from
Graham.
here and play for the Eagles.
Awesome.
you of it.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome. All right.
Yeah.
Shout
That's
out. I
dope.
love
That's
that.
dope. All right.
All right.
Well,
So
we
coming
thank
to
y'all
the
so much
end.
for coming on to the show. Let everybody know y'all social medias real quick, and then we can close out
Legendary_music_visuals
on Instagram.
on Instagram.
Got it. And what's your
On Instagram, actor Cam Cottrell.
yep? And what's your Facebook?
Cameron Cottrell.
Got it. All right. Thanks so much for tuning in to Evening Conversations. We thank you guys for watching. This is on YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, and Twitch, and other social media platforms. Like, follow, share, subscribe. And thank you so much for watching WJZZ Cool TV.